Line drive to right.
Takes a three.
Touchdown 49ers. Hurry!
Affiliations, since they probably forget names by now.
Ryan Leong, Associated Press Radio Network. First of all, I'm sure you guys can't believe it's 10 years and your most fond memory of the We Believe season.
I can believe it's 10 years. It feels like 10 years. Just to be back, I mean, the best memory was definitely, winning the playoffs, of course. But we have bigger memories than that, just the whole year being with each other, growing with each other, becoming family. I think that was the biggest memory I can take from that year.
Well, it definitely a surprise to me. It been 10 years. I was only 19 coming out of high school, and I joined the Warriors.
You look the same.
But the memories of that run that we had at the end to even make it, getting that 8 seed and then getting to the playoff and knocking off Dallas, it definitely was an experience for me. And being with these guys, it was one heck of a time, and bring back memories every time I come here.
Jason, Steph said yesterday how this team, you guys, everybody asked him, can you guys do what they did? I mean, how much pride do you take in seeing what this team is doing now and sort of you guys getting it rolling again?
I think it was amazing what we did, and to be coming out and everybody try to play that small ball. That was kind of one of the first things we did, small ball to play defense, and it's just amazing feeling that, people recognize us for what we did. And even though we didn't do a lot, but it was special because we did it together. It was a short period of time.
Carl Stewart, Bay Area News Group. For any of you guys, why do you think that team had such great chemistry? I mean, you needed great chemistry to beat that Mavericks team. Well,
I think we were just a bunch of guys that all had something to prove in different ways. I had my little run-ins off the court, in Indiana. Al had been traded a few times. People thought Jay Rich was done. People didn't know what to take from Monta. BD was injury-prone sometimes. So it was a lot of things they were saying about us, but we all had something to prove. And we believed in each other, and we wanted each other to prove people wrong. And it just worked out.
Janie Hu, San Francisco Chronicle. I'm curious what your relationship with Nelly is. Do you guys still chat regularly?
I haven't talked to Nelly in years, probably since then. But I'm pretty sure if I seen Nelly today, we'll pop a bottle open and be like old times. It wouldn't be nothing different. I think the love is still the same. Like I said, the same love I have for my teammates we have for Coach. And I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah, I think I seen him a couple of years ago. He looked good, lost a lot of weight. But, he started my career. When he came here, I got the opportunity to play, start in, fit into his system, and able to blossom to the guy who I am today. And I owe him that and praise him for it.
To your right here, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. I believe all of you have had some opportunity to be in this building over the last couple years for games. It's still a very loud and intimidating scene here, but is it as loud as it was during those 2007 playoffs, and what was it like at that point?
I haven't been here for a playoff game yet, but every time I run to somebody and they talk about that We Believe team, they always say that Game 3 was the loudest they heard this arena. We want to see it tonight. I mean, go out there and cheer for them tonight and hope they get the big victory over Utah. But that Game 3 crowd, it was just 13 years of frustration going on, and they finally got a chance to let it out. So that's why that arena was so loud. Even if you go back and people was hitting me on Twitter with the little highlights, and it was definitely through the little iPhone, hearing the crowd there. So I just can't imagine bottling up that feeling from that Game 3 those years ago.
Yeah, Mark Purdy from the Mercury News in San Jose. I was wondering what you guys remember about when you first saw those We Believe T-shirts popping up and what you thought. The implication was that people didn't believe in you, and these guys did, and then subsequently, I think everybody believes in this current team. Does this team need people to believe in them, even though everybody does?
I mean, I didn't know where it came from at the time. I thought Raymond was just doing his job. They was just doing their job, coming up with something to keep us going. But I found out the whole story about it, and it was just we just rode the wave. We just rode the We Believe wave, and they don't believe now. They passed that. Yeah. They way past believing. They going for number 2. So I'm just happy that something we started, they were able to make it to be champions, and I'm just proud to be that.
Nice. Henry Kim, Sports in the Bay, over here on the left.
Excuse me, Baron Davis has a question. Yes?
Talk about, more so just outside of hoop, the camaraderie that you had with, the staff, the media, the announcers, things like that, how they were a part of the whole We Believe. Monta, can you speak to that? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I will. Man, it's like family. We was family here. Man, everybody played their part in that year of us winning. And like I said, we took that and we ran with it. I don't know if everybody remember this, but Don Nelson counted us out like games before that, and I think that's the reason why the We Believe started, and we got that spunk and that spark, and we rode that wave and rode it all the way to the end. And 10 years from now, I mean, we here.
Me personally, I had a great relationship with with the staff. Raymond, Nita, I came at a time where I was coming off some trouble off the court, so they really helped me get my image back together and made it easy for me to just play basketball. So I had a great relationship here, and not many organizations make you feel like family. I won a championship with Spurs, but I don't feel like family like I do when I walk in this building. So that's why we love coming back here.
Henry Kim, Sports in the Bay. If you could elaborate a little bit on the fan who sparked the We Believe kind of movement, and also the impact that the fans, if they had that on the actual outcome of, the court.
Do y'all know? I just found out not too long ago. I remember him seeing that sign right there when you're going into the tunnel. He always had a sign up, the We Believe. Was inching closer to the playoffs when Steven and Al got traded here. We started putting together some wins. You started seeing the fans cheering a lot more. You started seeing that, instead of being away games when we played against the Lakers, it was, nothing but Lakers fans. Now we was getting all Warriors fans now. And you started seeing that buzz around the arena. And we started to get that feeling with each other. Those fans, keep on cheering us on. Some games where we were pretty much out the game and they just cheered us on and we got the energy to go out there and play. Where other games they just gave us so much energy, we just came out and blowing teams out from the start. So I remember that from the beginning. He was just the first one to do it.
Steven Jackson, Captain Jack.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Matt Barnes, I think when he re-signed with the team, the Warriors, on March 2nd, he tweeted out to you that he's coming back to start what he finished. How did it make you feel to know that he's back with the club and possibly might be on the road to get a championship ring?
Well, I mean, I know BD was in the conversation too. I mean, he talked to BD too, but we all felt like we was coming back. Matt, last time he played, his mother seen him play was here. So, and we all know how much your parents, especially your mother, mean to you. And just for him to come back and to have a chance to win the championship, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to win the championship. We just ran into a wall against Utah. But the fact that he came back, it feels like we all came back with him. And like I said, to get a chance to get a championship, that's what we all want.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Anyone of you guys can answer this, but when you look at what you guys were, like an underdog team, just trying to get to the playoffs and getting in, and you look at where this organization is now, the team that's won a championship, been to 2 straight NBA finals. In your mind, can you put a finger on what's different from then to now? I mean, how did we get here?
Players.
They've been making good decisions. Drafting guys like Steph, Clay, Draymond, putting together a team that was almost kind of similar to us, that guys got along with each other. And then you bring in a guy like Kevin Durant, who just fit right into the system. I think that's what's important about, winning. Guys got to match. They got to mix together. They got to be able to hang out outside of basketball. And that's what we did. We went on the road. We was at dinners together. I mean, we were always around each other. And that's a big part of that chemistry on the floor, but a lot of people don't see. But when you get guys that get along off the court, it makes it playing with each other easy on the court.
Yeah, we could have had one more year together, though.
Yeah, we could have. We should have.
we always think about what could have happened, but if we would have had another year together, y'all know it would have been something special.
Last one. Yeah, everybody talks about the We Believe, and Jason, you were here before everybody. Can you just speak to, you know, what it was like before all these guys got here from your rookie year. You know, I think you had been through like 5 coaches in 6 years. You know, what was that like leading up to the We Believe? Sorry, guys, I'm asking all these
That was
wonderful
actually a good question.
but
Good
it's,
question.
you know, this is what I do for a living, so go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Go ahead.
It was definitely tough for me coming in here. My first 5 years, we was losing games like crazy. You know, 15, 16, I think 18 games or something like that per year. It was like a new coach almost every year, and I was just tired of losing. You know, my competitive nature, I always wanted to win games. And, you know, even when we were losing, we still was averaging 13, 14,000 fans, and they was cheering us on. And that's part of the reason why I think I played so hard here, because those fans deserve better than what we was putting on the court. And I think once Barron came along and that trade right before Steven and Al came, him and Derek Fisher, that's when things started turning around. We started getting some veterans in here, guys that believed in each other, guys that wanted to win, not guys just wanted this to be the platform for them to start their career somewhere else. And I thought that was special when once he came in and Monta got drafted that year. Then Steven and Al came in, and that was something special, having all these guys that actually wanted to be here. I think that's what was the start of, you know, I think what it is today. Guys actually wanted to be here. Whereas my first 5 years, guys didn't want to be here. Guys just wanted to get points, get numbers, get contracts, and get out of town. And I think once we got a group of guys that wanted to be here, I think it made it special, and I think the fans felt it, and I think that was the start of something special for this whole organization.
Great, good question, sir.
We're good. Don't sit at the back and let us do all that.
We're all there. We're in a big
No problem. Hey, how you doing? Good. How are you? Good. How are you?
I'm the young one, but the old one now.